morning, good evening, good afternoon, or whenever you are watching this. It is your boy, the D-O-U-G, here for his Royal Rumble pay-per-view picks. The Royal Rumble is live this Sunday night. Only on pay-per-view, so if you cannot order it, go to a friend's house. Or go to Hooters, where you can watch wrestling and look at some good old you-know-what. Ha-ha! Now, we got 4 matches on the pay-per-view card and 1 on the pre-show. Now, I know most people don't like the pre-show, but I like it because it reminds me of the free-fall back in the 90s, you know, where if you ordered the pay-per-view, if you were thinking about it, they would have at least 1 match on the free-fall, you know, and a bunch of promos and shit and interviews. I'm really showing my age on that one, ain't I? Because I remember the free-fall. I'm sure most people don't. Anyway, the pre-show match, which is on YouTube, is Antonio defending his United States Championship against the awesome one, The Miz. Now, I'm a fan of both of these guys. I like both of them. So this is a hard pick for me. Because I would be happy either way it goes. If Antonio keeps US belt, hooray. If Miz keeps the belt, wins the belt, hooray. But unfortunately, I can't say I want both to win. I gotta pick somebody. I'm gonna pick The Miz on this one just to shake it up and just to piss off the online fans, you know, the internet fans, because they think they know everything. Oi. Alright, next match. It is for the WWE Tag Team Championship of the World. It is Team Hell No, Daniel Bryan and Kane, taking on the Rhodes Scholars, Damien Shadow, and Cody Rhodes. And I'm probably mispronouncing Damien's last name. I don't care. Now, again, this is the same thing as the US title. I like both teams, but I like Damien Shadow and Cody Rhodes more. I thought they should have been tag team champions a long time ago. I hope WWE puts the belts on them this time. I'm taking the Rhodes Scholars to win. They're one of my favorite teams. And I think after the last time these two fought for the belts where Cody got hurt, I think it's time to make up for it and give the Cody and Damien the damn belts. Alright? Please do that. Next, the World Heavyweight Championship match. It is Last Man Standing rules, Alberto Del Rio versus The Big Show. Now, if you don't know what a Last Man Standing is, you're an idiot. Period. But just as a refresher course, the only way to win this match is to beat down your opponent till he cannot answer a 10 count. Now, this one bothers me a bit, not because of the Last Man Standing, but it has something to do with Dolph Ziggler. As many of you people know, Ziggler still has his money in the bank. He has not cashed in yet. Some people would say this would be the perfect opportunity to cash in. I disagree. And I don't think that it's going to happen. Here's why. Let's look at the history of the pay-per-view of the Rumble. Rarely is the Rumble not the last match on the card. The only one that I can think of off the top of my head where the Rumble was not the last match on the card was 1996. If I'm correct, because I believe the last match on that year's Rumble was Bret Hart versus The Undertaker. I may be wrong. Somebody may correct me. And oh yeah, of course, I believe the 98 Rumble as well, because Taker and Michaels as well was the last card on that one. Now, excuse me, got a little bit of a cold today. So with that being said, I'm going to take Alberto Del Rio to win this one. And I think Ziggler will cash in at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. That is my opinion. I am banking on that. Guys at WCC who remember me a few months ago at TLC, I said Ziggler would win that and then he would cash in at the Elimination Chamber. I guaranteed it. I banked on it. I'm still going with that right now. Now, for the WWE title, things are interesting. It's CM Punk versus The Rock. Now, if the Shield gets involved in the match, Punk will be stripped of the belt. Doesn't mean Rock wins the belt, it just means Punk is stripped. So who knows? Could be interesting. But I don't think that's going to happen. Now, of course, Brock Lesnar could interfere and just really piss off everybody. And when I mean piss off everybody, I think just piss off the Rock fans who hate CM Punk. Now, I like CM Punk. I've never been too big into The Rock. Back when when he was in his glory days, I wasn't into him. I was into either Kurt Angle or Boss Man. Yeah, anybody knows me knows I'm a fan of the Big Boss Man. Still am. But that was then. This is now. I'm not a fan of The Rock still. For that matter, I don't think his movies are too good. And as much as I hate saying it, I think most of us veteran fans who watched this sport for many, 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 many years, I'd say pretty much from the late 80s till now, we know what's going to happen. The Rock's most likely going to win. So I'm going to put The Rock on this one to set up the storyline we all don't want to see, but we're going to see anyway. We've seen Rock versus Hogan 2. We may as well face it. We're probably going to see a Rock versus Cena 2. God help us all on that. Because I didn't like the first Rock vs. Cena. I'm probably not going to enjoy the second one. Now, speaking of Cena, the 30-man Royal Rumble is the last one we got to talk about. So far, we only have Cena, Orton, Sheamus, Ziggler, the 3-man band, Wade Barrett, Antonio, Miz, Ryback, Titus O'Neil, Young, Kane, and Bryan. So we're still missing the other 15. Who knows when they will be announced? They could be announced at the card. They could be 15 random stars. Maybe El Generico appears. Maybe Shelton Benjamin. Maybe Hacksaw Jim Duggan comes out. Maybe Mick Foley. Hell, maybe even the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Maybe we see the returns of Mark Henry and Christian, who have been out with injury. Who knows? But I have 3 predictions for the Rumble match. Let's go with the obvious one because I just said it not too long ago. Cena will most likely win to set up the storyline Rock vs. Cena 2. If that is the case, I will probably be sleeping through that match at WrestleMania like I did last year because I fell asleep halfway through the match because it was boring. Now, with the obvious one out of the way, let me give you the one star I hope to win because he's one of my favorites, and the other one is my wild card. Dolph Ziggler would be one of the ones I will be picking. Now, yes, I know he's either going to go 1 and 2, but it's been a long time since we've seen somebody go from the start to the end. And he's got the best credentials. He's got the stamina. If he does, he would join the likes of Shawn Michaels, Rey Mysterio, Vince McMahon, Chris Benoit. I know people are probably saying I'm evil for saying his name. And I already said Shawn Michaels. And who was another one who went? Anyway, who have started either 1 or 2, started the match, and went on to win the thing. So it should be interesting to see what happens there. Now, as far as for my wild card or my dark horse pick, I don't think this guy's going to win, but if he does, I could see the storylines are plenty for that, and that is Wade Barrett. If he wins, I know what I would do. You would have a guy, Wade Barrett, who could become the first British WWE champion, something William Regal never got to do, which I think is bullshit. But if he does, think of the storylines you could use. You could have it be, America versus Britain. Okay? There's a lot of storylines for that. But, who knows if that is the case. I think we already know what WWE is thinking. So, with that being said, my picks again are The Miz, Rhodes Scholars, Alberto Del Rio, and The Rock winning the singles matches, and, well, their matches, I should say. And as far as for the Rumble, obvious pick is Cena, my favorite star pick, Ziggler, and my wild card pick, or dark horse, whatever you want to say, is Wade Barrett. Let me know what you think of my picks, and who are you predicting for the Rumble this Sunday? And what superstars do you expect to make a return or a surprise entrance in this year's Royal Rumble? Till next time, when I see you for either the Elimination Chamber or my Super Bowl picks or whatever other videos I'll do, this is the DOUG signing out. Woo!